Hello everybody, Jon Easdon here from Anglers Covey, and thank you for joining us for another edition of Bug of the Month. Our Bug of the Month this month is bait fish. Not really a bug, but a bug nevertheless, I guess. And we're going to come to you today with another tying video. The other day you saw Hans tie the belly fat minnow, which is one of our favorites here in the shop. And I'm going to come at you a little bit different today with something geared more towards those toothy critters. So I'm going to tie today just a basic Pike Bunny. And this is an excellent pike pattern. It's pretty easy to tie, and you can do a ton of different variations to it. So let's go ahead and get started. First off, for any kind of pike flies, I like to use really beastie hooks. Today we're going to use a Tiemco 600 SP in a size 1/0. I love this hook, and it's actually a saltwater hook, but it doesn't make any difference if you use it in freshwater. I love this hook because it's a shorter shank, 3 times heavy, and just really super strong. The next thing we're going to do here, I'm going to use some just regular waxed thread, and you use the thread whatever color you're tying the fly in. I like red. I tie a lot of my pike flies in red based colors. So I'm going to start here just getting the thread started, and I'm going to work back towards just slightly above the bend of the hook. Our first material that we're going to use here, I'm going to use just a regular red rabbit strip, size 8. And I'm going to take this rabbit strip and I'm going to strip off some of the hair right in the top of it, right at the front. And actually, I'm going to lay the skin side up, so first side down. And I'm just going to kind of arc it over right on top of my thread. I'm going to do a couple loose wraps just to make sure it's where I want it. And then I'll eventually get these wraps a little tighter. Make sure that's nice and secured here. I can go clear up to the front of that skin. A lot of the stuff's going to be covered up, so if it's bushy and kind of buggy looking, it's not a big deal. So I'm going to do that. Just make sure that's all nice in there. You can come through with super glue and glue this in stages too. The next material I'm going to use is some red Krystal flash. This is actually the red pearl. This gives it a little bit of bling in the back end of the fly here. So I'm going to rip off about 4 strands and kind of come right in the middle of those strands. I'm going to actually loop this around my thread here. Make sure that's all nice and tight. Then I can lift my thread up and kind of slide that flash right down on top of the hook. I'm going to leave that, I'm not going to cut it here, I'm going to leave that loop in there. It just helps secure it a little more. Again, I'm going to do some thread wraps, and I want this flash to kind of be split off each side of that rabbit strip there. The next material I'm going to use is just some regular Magnum rabbit strips. Again, I'm going to use white today. You could use black. There's a lot of different colors you could use here. For me personally, it seems to be the majority of my pike flies are either red and white, red and black, or somewhat of a perch variation. I'm going to take this rabbit strip and I'm going to strip off some of those fibers right at the top of the skin there. And this is going to go skin side down, and I'm actually going to sandwich this right on top of the flash and everything else I have just done there. Again, I'm going to do a couple loose wraps just to make sure it's where I want it, and then get those wraps tighter once I know it's properly placed there. I want everything to be real secure here, so don't worry about gaining volume or anything on this fly. It's not going to make a difference here. It's looking good. So basically those rabbit strips are skin to skin in the back there with the flash between them is essentially what's going on here. I'm going to leave this all long for now just so I can show you at the end here how I like to trim it. But then I'm going to come in with some actually cross-cut rabbit strips. So this is rabbit that all the fibers are going one direction. Take off some of that material there. You can use some moisture to kind of tame this down a little bit. I'm going to anchor this on this side of the fly, so it's kind of hard for you guys to see there. But I basically am laying it in an angle like this and then just tying it in. I'm going to wrap under once and kind of get this rabbit going back this direction here. Now when I wrap, I'm going to go fairly loose in the wrap, and when I'm down with the material like that, I'm going to give it a little, I'm going to wrap it a little tighter, a little harder. There we go. Rabbit's going all crazy today. Wrap that forward a little more. And as I'm wrapping this forward, I'm just kind of splaying all that fur back. I'm going to get up to where my thread stops and just get a nice anchor, a nice loose wrap over that rabbit. I'm going to kind of take everything, just build up a little bit of thread right there. I'm going to come through, get rid of that rabbit strip. Again, when you're tying flies like this, you're kind of constantly grooming them. And from here, I'm going to build kind of a head here. So don't worry about gaining a lot of volume here. This is actually going to be the base for our head. So you can see how I am just working this in here and building a little bit of a bullet head here. So what's nice about this wax thread too, it gains volume really quickly, so it's a lot less wraps of everything. This is going to be the head of our fly. And you can see how I'm back from that hook eye a little bit. It's pretty typical in this pattern to be back from that hook eye. Have a little room there. This is looking pretty good. I'm liking the way that's looking. I'm going to come in here and just whip finish this guy. Get rid of my thread. I'm going to use, you can use any eyes you want here. You can even use barbell eyes if you want. It's kind of up to you. I'm just going to use some Metz prismatic eyes. These come in a little sheet, little sticky eyes. Take one off, put it on the other side of this head. And I just kind of want to stick the middle. I just want this to be kind of sticking on there for now. I'll do one on my side. You want these to be fairly balanced, same height, all that. So we have those eyes on there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually use some Loon UV thick. And what I want to do, I want to kind of build layers. I want to do this in layers. I don't want to just goop the fly and then cure it. So what I like to do is I like to turn my UV lamp on first. And I'm going to go through here, and right between those eyes, I'm going to get some of that UV going there. I'm just going to build it up, kind of mush it around to the back side of those eyes towards the top of the hook. Again, I want to do this in layers, so I'm going to cure that. I'll leave my lamp on and go back in here. This is basically like an epoxy head almost, but I'm just using UV here. You can use glue, epoxy, whatever you want. This is kind of how I like to roll. And again, I want this to kind of fill in between those eyes. I want to be very careful not to get it over on that rabbit right behind the head. And again, I'm just building this up. May take you 3-4 times to get it where you want it, correct shape, all that good stuff. It's looking pretty good. And I'm going to want to do this on the underside of the fly as well. Unfortunately, I don't have a rotary vise at the moment for this, so I'm just going to improvise. Again, I want to keep that same kind of uniform shape underneath the hook, or underneath the eyes there. You can kind of see how that head's taking place. Now I'm going to take some Solarez Bone Dry and goop the whole thing. So I want to get the eyes all around the head. I want to make sure those eyes are nice and sealed in there. Just a lot of epoxy here, or UV. Then I'm going to come through and hit that real quick. And that's looking good. Hit underneath. Make sure those eyes are nice and placed. Again, it may take you a couple times to even do that. And just for good measure, I'm going to do one more here. I got a little bit on my side that just needed a little bit more love. Alright, this fly is almost done here. Make sure that's nice and cured. Again, you might want to jostle those eyes, just make sure they're intact. So we're going to come through and trim everything now. So if you go back to that bottom rabbit strip, the first one we tied in, I want this one to be shorter than the white one. And what I like to do with this guy is maybe go 2 total shank lengths. And I'm going to cut that off. Then I'm going to step up to my flash. So I'll try to get this flash, and I want that to be just as long as the end of the fur on that bottom rabbit strip. So right around there. I'm going to cut those guys. And then this white one, I want to go probably almost two shanks past the hook. And what I'm going to come here at an angle and cut this skin at an angle so it lays like that. And then again, you can kind of manipulate this stuff. So that's the basic Pike Bunny. And again, you can come in here and use all sorts of different materials. You can replace the white with black. You can use yellows, greens, really everything you want, different colors of flash. You can even use craft fur for the head. Mix it up, see what you come up with. But super effective pike fly. Again, thank you guys for joining us today. That's a basic Pike Bunny with a little bit of variation there. I love this fly, again, because of its simplicity to tie, and you can do a ton of different things in the variations of this fly. So you can play with different materials, all that kind of stuff. Since there's not a lot of weight on this fly, I do like to fish this with a full sink line, and pretty much fish a lot of full sinks for all the pike. This is going to get me in all kinds of different parts of that water column where those pike might be laying in wait to try to eat something. So if you have questions, drop them in the comments below. Come by the shop, give us a call. Until next time, thank you for joining us.